My topic for today will be how to engage younger students, including the high school, on high-performance computing. So I'm coming from Montenegro, NCC, and just to give you a brief about our NCC, we are coming from University of Donja Gorica, which is established in 2007. So just over 15 years old, which is kind of still young for the institutions such as university, but we are aiming, to think that we can achieve big things, which we are currently actually achieving. We have, for example, recent collaboration with Arizona State University, which is among the top universities in USA, and we have established collaboration between them. So we have currently around 300 employees and 3,500 students. We have over 12 faculties plus Center for Foreign Languages, Institute for Entrepreneurship and Economic Developments. And if I'm about to describe this institution in 3 keywords, that will be business, multidisciplinary, and innovation. These are kind of the things that we are fostering at UDG. So this is kind of a short brief about the UDG and Montenegro NCC. And of course, we are kind of a student-oriented institution, and we are always thinking how to engage like younger people to go to the universities to study some of the current hot topics, like you will see what we held in the later stage. Like we were thinking this even before the EuroCC came, and now with the EuroCC even more. So with this thinking in mind, we once we established collaboration with EuroCC, our first thing that we, among the first things that we kind of created was this Open Mind Academy, and that we created specifically with the intention to attract high school students. And the first event, I would say it was very successful. It was in March 2021. So even though the Corona was still there, as you can see from the first picture, we were all wearing masks, but we brought the students into the university, and we held a couple of the trainings, and which were kind of familiar with them. So one of the topics was analyzing social media trends, and another one was Python video game programming. So we wanted to attract them with the topics that are similar to their age. So for example, in the analyzing social media trends, we were analyzing Twitter social media, where we took real-time tweets, and we were analyzing them like for the sentiment analysis, what are the most trending topics in all kind of worlds. We could select a specific country and see what is trending there. So it was very fun to them, to program in that way, to learn these things. And of course, Python video game programming was another fun event, where through the programming they learn all these things. Of course, these topics are not yet at the high performance computing necessity, but we brought them in the office we have for the EuroCC at UDG, and we then talk with them about how we can, these things that they learn, how we can step them up at the next level to actually use even the HPC to analyze. For example, for this example which I gave with Twitter, we were like you can only run maybe for half hour, and then store these tweets locally, and then you can analyzing. So that was kind of not real-time analyzing, which could be easily achieved with the HPC, while you can analyze the live streams, the live feeds coming from Twitter, and real-time you can get the sentiment analysis, what they are talking about, all kind of things. So of course, there were some other programs at that time, such as 3D printing, design, drones, like piloting drones, all kind of things at that time. And then the next year event, which is the picture you are seeing below, we introduced, and that time, like I forgot to mention, we were having around 120 students. So it was much bigger audience than what you can see on this picture here. So it was really indeed successful event where we attract the awareness of these students, and they were really interesting, and some of them later on started studying with us. And then next year event, I'm not sure if you are seeing this from the, we'll try to remove this, yeah. So the next year event, we had even some more advanced topic, and even currently we are now registering students for the parallel programming and HPC, AI, and machine learning courses. So that's all available now on the website of the Open Mind Academy. So all the things I will be talking, there are links there, so I can share this presentation after with you, and you can click and you can read more if you are interested about these things. So you will see through the whole presentation, there are a lot of links, so you can go and check for them. And again, you can see this Hugging Face. So these are the library, the Python library to analyze the social media, but it can recognize, like, for example, if you put only smiley, that will recognize as a positive sentiment, even though he did not write, you know, I'm happy or something. You just put smiley, it recognizes like as a positive sentiment. So all kind of things we are doing to attract the young students. And this is like the first part which we started and which we are still doing. It was very successful. And I'm going to show you in the next couple of slides what are the other things that we were working on to raise awareness basically in the young students. So some of the other things that we were thinking about is we invited a couple of lecturers which are young, which are successful in this field, and it's again close to young researchers, young students, or high schools students. They can relate with these lecturers, and they can aim. Basically, we want to raise, you know, their attention and raise their willingness to purchase, to study about this HPC. So one of them was Petar Veličković. He is a very successful research scientist working today with DeepMind. As you know, DeepMind is one of the I would say most advanced artificial intelligence we have today, which I think that was like 2 years ago, which won this Go game, which kind of the chess is already too easy for the artificial intelligence, but this Go game, it has kind of million of combination at each step, and it won the world champion in that game as well. So I would say now they are doing much more advanced things compared to that time, and he gave them a bit more practical applications of AI, machine learning, what is used in Google Maps for pharmaceutical industry, mathematics, etc. And there were like around 80 attendees, which again included the high school students. And then after that, we had a meeting. Petar had a meeting with our rector, Professor Veselin, and the young researchers. Again, they can relate, they can ask him any questions, and they stay in touch. Basically, they see the successful stories, the successful careers of the people who purchased this path. Then another thing, we have the EuroCC. We presented EuroCC at the Days of Science and Innovation exhibition. Now this is the exhibition, which is annual event, and it is organized by Ministry of Science and Technological Development, and it aims to bring basically these science and innovation to the widest population. So this includes again the high school students. They are going through this Days of Science, and we gave them a couple of video materials. We showed them video materials, brochures related to the EuroCC and HPC, again to raise their interest into this field. And then we also had a couple of training events which were held both at UDG or some additional like venues, like national conferences, for example. So we were presenting topics such as high performance computing, the digitalization, industry 4.0, cybersecurity, etc. And again, in this conferences side, we were bringing some lectures which were having very interesting topic, like for example is this one, artificial intelligence and function of the brains of adults and the unborn. So imagine, like, only by the title it will be interesting to hear about this topic more and to come. And all these conferences that we are organizing, anyone can register and can come and listen to them, which again is raising awareness about these topics. And then, of course, to the large population exposure, we were having even a couple of presentation on the TV programs at Montenegro, where Dr. Tomo, he gave a brief interview about the IT conference that we held both 2021 and 2022, and he announced the HPC trainings that we were doing with the help of EuroCC project. So again, that's like the wide exposure, and of course, anyone interested, he could approach us, he could contact us through these links that we left there. Then we had again like some presentation inside the UDG, where we presented the whole EuroCC project. So this maybe was not like for the high school students, but it was for the researchers and scientific community of Montenegro. And we have also we held several workshops, and we published a lot of conference papers which are related. You will see at the end I have a couple of slides with the links of some of the papers that we publish, and you can read through them more if you would like. So then a bit, I would say, larger outside Montenegro events. So we had a couple of presentations at European Researchers Night, where Stefan gave the speech about the EuroCC and use of artificial intelligence and machine learning and the HPC domains within all kind of projects that we were implementing at UDG. So for this presentation, there is also a link. You can check the whole presentation at YouTube. And then we had also a couple of presentations at the Western Balkans Digital Summit. So again, this is something which brings wider audience, which is not only from the Montenegro, but also from the countries outside. This was specifically from the Western Balkans country, but all these were very successful events, which we achieved. We are very proud of. Then a couple of the collaborations. So with now this is a bit outside this topic, but so this what we did with some of the corporate institutions at Montenegro. So for example, Aim High project is where we show the AI ML enabled by HPC for what kind of applications and experiment were achieved with the use of HPC technology. And then we presented this to the Food Hub Center of Excellence. I will mention them in the later slide, and a couple of more corporate institutions from the Montenegro. So by this, again, even though it's related to the corporates, this will spread through their employees, and then they will spread awareness also among the younger audience as well. One of the events also we had with companies in Montenegro, we organized an info days for the companies in Montenegro. So we brought them, there were around 50 participants from different companies, and we gave them the informations about the EuroCC project, about the capabilities of HPC, and we took, at the end, we gave them the survey to fulfill like what kind of readiness of HPC are they at. So this helps us to map the competencies within the Montenegro in regards to these companies. One big achievement that we also did is we established a master program, which is artificial intelligence, and some of the students already started graduating like from before, but with HPC related topic, and this proved us in a way that we kind of guided them, you know, with all these activities that we were doing over the past 2 years, that they like these topics and that they start doing even their master thesis within this field. So here are a couple of the presentation. For example, investigation of neural network efficiency in prediction electricity prices in the day-ahead market. So this is very hot topic, I would say, nowadays when we have this energy crisis. So another one was ethics of artificial intelligence. The third one was practical use of machine learning in the fight against COVID. And we had also several of the bachelor theses, again, with the similar of HPC related topics. And this is what I mentioned in the previous slide for the collaborations between Food Hub and EuroCC Montenegro. So Food Hub is established center of excellence where they are taking the food samples, they are doing DNA sequencing, they are doing food traceability, all kind of things related to the food. And we established collaboration between them because for them it's very, they are kind of we call them HPC ready users. So they need this technology, just we need to help them to achieve, to establish them into their center. And similarly, the Institute of Hydrometeorology and Seismology of Montenegro. So we had a couple of meetings with them as well to showcase them the capabilities of HPC, and they showcase to us also what kind of work they are already performing. In addition to this, we received several NVIDIA academic grants where they gave us some of the equipment to our classrooms, which our students can use to, you know, play around and try to use some of this HPC technology. And for the end, I would say just I want to thank you all, whoever came for this international conference, which was held in Montenegro, in Budva. For us, it was a big achievement. We are very proud with it. And I hope you all enjoyed and you did a lot of connections with other NCC from this Corona time where we were all kind of these Zoom meetings, and this was really a refreshing event that we all come together and you know, sit and talk about these topics in real life without these TV screens in front of us. So that's kind of to wrap up, to leave some time for the questions. But here at the end, you can find some of the conference papers that we published in the past 2 years. Of course, they are all related. I cherry picked the one that are kind of related to the HPC topics. So here is my email. Please, if you want to get this presentation, reach out to me. I can share it with you. There is also this recording, and if you have any questions, I'm here to answer them.
Thank you so much, Armin, for your very, very interesting presentation. And I will upload your slides along with the recording on EuroCC Access, so attendees or also general public could reach out your materials by clicking on slides on EuroCC Access.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
We have 5 minutes for question or suggestion, remarks. So don't hesitate to raise your hands or put your question on the chat. I can't see any question. Okay, Luisa.
Yes, thank you. Armin, just one question. Did you follow up somehow with the students that took part in the sessions, in the awareness raising sessions, hands-on that you described at the beginning of your presentation? Were there any action that you did further with the students, or it is just that event?
Yes, so like I mentioned during my presentation, some of them actually started studying with us, and with a lot of them we remained in contact, so we have their email addresses. For some of them I gave some recommendation based on how successful they were at the event. They asked for our recommendation that they are actually they were involved into these topics, so I gave that. So yes, with some of them, of course, we are still in contact, and some of them we could not, in a way, force them to do anything more if they don't like, but from our side, we were happy that we raised these interesting topics with them, and I'm sure they loved it in a way that we presented. We didn't do too much deep dive into programming, just enough for them to be able to perform these analysis, and they were really happy to see some code that they wrote is actually giving them some real-time results. Almost real-time results, yeah.
Thank you, Armin. So it's good. I didn't get that when you were speaking, but it's a good way. I mean, it's something that we didn't make in EuroCC in this first wave, but probably could be a good way to, start raising new generations of students that then could go through the university path and then come back as, brilliant potential candidates to work with us. So thank you very much. It's a good suggestion for us.
Yes, thank you very much, Luisa.
Okay, any more question from the public? It seems not. So we can close here our workshop on human engagement on HPC. And thank you so much to all the speakers for providing us with really useful input and best practices from your NCC. Thank you to all the participants for attending the workshop and joining us. And you will be able to review the speech online in the coming weeks. And don't hesitate to write directly to the speakers for more insight or more specific questions. So thank you again, and see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
Have a nice
Bye.
day.
Have a nice day.
Bye. Bye. The same to you.
Thank you.